Let me be brutally honest. Chances are you're missing out big time on the potential of ChatGPT. Most people barely scratch the surface of what's possible, but if used correctly, ChatGPT could completely transform your life, work, and business. And I say this because I've scaled 2 agencies to $1 million a month in revenue, grown companies featured in the Inc. 5000, and actively run AI SaaS businesses. So I know firsthand how powerful AI tools like ChatGPT can be. Listen, this video could literally be the edge you need to take things to the next level. So I invite you to have a student mindset, watch this video until the end, and take notes if you're committed to progress. Let's begin. Tip number 1 is assign roles to ChatGPT for customized responses. When assigned specific roles, ChatGPT can go beyond those basic chatbot functions. Businesses can use these to their advantage to get tailored expert-level responses. You can use this as a consulting company, maybe comparing responses of candidates interviewed for a new role. You can do it for team training, or you can use it to improve your decision-making, whatever. Let's say you need an email copywriter for email campaigns. First, I say the goal, become a Ben Settle style email copywriter. Then it will tell me what Ben Settle does. Ben Settle, by the way, is one of the best warm email copywriters out there. I love his storytelling emails. I've been on his list for years and years and years. Big fan of Ben. Now you can ask. And then you can go on over to alexberman.com/LFG, which is the baking method, which I'll talk about later on this video. But we just copy this, paste it here, hit go. And now it's writing Ben Settle style emails for the list, all because I prompted it the right way. Hey, subscriber name, you ever wonder how the biggest brands in the world got sold on working with a small agency? Here's a hint, it's not by begging for their attention. I've landed deals with these guys. It's called the baking method. You do this, get it now. Almost an email I would send. Of course, ChatGPT is never going to produce finished work, and the people who think it's producing finished work are not very good at their jobs. I would never copy paste directly from ChatGPT without a lot of working on it. But you can give notes to ChatGPT as well. So for instance, for email 1, remove the CTA button and instead just link the landing page naturally within the text. Don't change anything else. Now, the email looks like something I might actually send. After 1 note, that's it. Just tell ChatGPT the role to take and watch how the responses match the expertise that you're looking for. Tip number 2 is focus on prompt engineering. With ChatGPT, the deeper the context, the more precise the response. It just performs better when you give clear instructions. For example, if I open up a fresh ChatGPT that I haven't trained, now you're getting what I would say is a very terrible cold email. But if you prompt engineer it instead, and you say that this is the prompt engineering. I'm telling it exactly what to include, complement case study call to action. I'm telling it who to reference, which is Alex Berman's cold email technique, which is me, by the way. Cold Email Manifesto, great book that is written on the subject, also by me. The only book on cold emailing anyone should ever read. And so we hit go. And we realize this email also isn't the best, but we can prompt engineer it further. So for instance, let's grab this prompt. We put it back in. Let's put in an actual email. So we'll go to our 50 cold email templates that come as part of the baking method if you choose the upsell. Okay, and then we'll put in the email sequence here. So for instance, target is Jack Fontaine, Director of Sales at Salesforce. Offer is lead generation training for their employees. And the case study is we've helped Mesolab book 96 calls off of 5,982 leads in under a month. Then use Alex Berman's approach, and here we go. And now you get an email that's almost ready with the prompt engineering. Subject, boost your team's lead generation. Hi, Jack. I was impressed by Salesforce's innovative approach to sales and client success. After reviewing your achievements and initiatives, I thought you might find this relevant. We specialize in lead generation training designed to maximize results for sales teams. Now, as a cold email guy, I would customize this first line to be something directly about Jack. You know, like, hey, Jack, just saw that you won the award for best performing team at Salesforce. Very cool. Thought you might find this relevant. Customizing that first line is key. But otherwise, this script is ready to use, and it's all about prompt engineering. So for the prompt engineering, it's really important that you have a specific framework. For example, for our cold email, we have target, offer, case study. Then we're calling out an influencer, if you have them. And then we also have an outline of what the framework will look like and an example. So you can do this for blog posts, LinkedIn posts, whatever. Let me open up ChatGPT again in a clean install. Then we go to LinkedIn. Or then we go to Taplio and we find a good startup post. If you want a list of all the tools I use to grow my business, by the way, it's alexberman.com/tools. So we grab a post, let's say from Andrew Garfield. So we grab a post from Andrew and put it into ChatGPT and we hit go. When I was a kid, I used to sell lemonade in my neighborhood. It wasn't about the lemonade. It was about understanding the customers. I'd watch people's reactions, adjust my pitch, and find new ways to attract more attention to my stand. At the time, it seemed like a simple summer activity, but looking back, it shaped how I approach B2B sales. Okay, there you go. Now, in order to know that prompt engineering works, you'll want to open up a clean install and show what it looks like without prompt engineering. So without prompt engineering, you get a LinkedIn post that is unusably bad, has emojis, is long, etc. With prompt engineering, good, short post that you can then put right on your LinkedIn. And by the way, random thought, I swear that for the longest time when I was trying to grow my companies and sign more clients, the dream prospects I contacted were ghosting me. Deals weren't closing and I didn't know how to keep following up without looking desperate. So as the person I am, I put my head down and figured it all out. Staying stagnant while my peers blew up their companies and made millions was not an option. And since money doesn't grow on trees or rain from the sky, I had to create a client acquisition system. So far, this has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars and even made me close fat deals with Tesla, Netflix, HBO, and other titans. I call this the baking method, and it's a simple system that helps you fill your pipeline with high-paying clients on autopilot. The current price is a steal for how valuable this is, so we'll probably triple the price soon. You gotta know it's gonna happen. So if you want that, go ahead, check the description down below and buy it now. Tip number 3 is iterate until you're satisfied with the result. You don't have to just take a template from somebody in their ChatGPT video and use it and then not change it at all. Notice in the example, for instance, I could give this to ChatGPT and say, the response was good, but can you make it more casual and shorten it to 50 words? And now you get a much smaller. You could also say, I don't like emoji. And it will give you a post with no emoji. What's cool about the paid ChatGPT is they also have a memory system, which I've filled up with all sorts of things about my business, what's my offer, etc. So I can ask it something like, what is the baking method? And it'll know. Versus if you ask on the raw ChatGPT, it wouldn't know. So make sure that you have an account on ChatGPT because it'll start saving things about your offer, your business, etc. And that'll just save you time. So now instead of having to tell it about my offer every time, and now the emails will write themselves because it knows what you want and it gets better and better over time. I like this email too. Very long Russell Brunson style email about baking method. There's a ton of value in this because like I said earlier in the video, ChatGPT by default is not creating usable content. So you can iterate and you can teach it and it can get better and better. That way your content is actually usable from ChatGPT and you can start making money from it or delivering value in general. Now, the following tip removed so much stress from my shoulders when I discovered it, so let me share it with you. Tip 4 is use ChatGPT to simplify complex topics to understand them faster. There's so many times during your workday that people are sending you things where you don't want to deal with them, and ChatGPT makes it so easy. So I'll go to transcript. So I'll go through and just copy paste this transcript. Then we go to ChatGPT, hit new chat, and I will say, summarize this for me. And now it'll tell me everything I need to know. You can also get so in the weeds with this. Meaning, let's say you don't want to hear about this. And there we go. There don't seem to be any direct tasks. So I'll say, keep it up. Copy and paste. This will help you deal with information overload, like if your boss sends you a long email or whatever. This breaks down complex topics into simple terms and helps you implement. You can also make it boil down complex tasks. So, hey, can you give me a step-by-step guide on how to build a basic marketing funnel? Or explain quantum physics to a 5-year-old? Or one of my favorite things to do is create a plan of action. So I could say something like, create a plan of action for the following. I want to do all these tasks in one day, assign them to me in the correct logical order, and then just copy paste some random tasks from my to-do list. So now it's saying, first you fix the Zapiers, then you check the funnels, then you make the changes, then you post the 3 Twitter giveaways, then you take 7 days off, and it knows logically what to do. You can also do this if your boss has sent you a long rambling post. You can turn that into a to-do list instead the same way. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure to give it a like. It helps us to know if we're creating the right kind of content. Thank you. Tip number 5 is adjust the tone of any writing to your liking in seconds. You can adjust the tone of your writing, whether you need to sound formal, casual, or even humorous. ChatGPT can transform your tone. For example, I can take this cold email script example from the baking method, 50 cold email scripts upsell, and I can put it in here, and I can say, and now it's turning all of the sentences into corporate speak. Now be more funny. And now it's using the same exact email, step by step by step, to be funny. Now in Japanese. Now it's in Japanese. Whatever you need to do to your writing, ChatGPT can do it. Arigato gozaimasu. About to book a flight to Japan just looking at this. It's so aesthetic. ChatGPT can instantly adjust the style of writing to fit the audience, making it ideal for switching between professional reports, casual blogs, or social media posts. It saves a ton of time doing this. So now that you've got these powerful tips to get the most out of ChatGPT, you know how to assign roles to simplify complex topics, you know how to get ChatGPT to work for you and take your productivity to the next level. But here's what most people won't tell you. These tips are just the start. To truly unlock ChatGPT's full potential, grow your business, and scale your income, you need the right strategies. That's why I created a video about a secret strategy I discovered for generating unlimited leads and clients with ChatGPT. So go ahead and watch that next video now. I'll see you there.